let's do a Weege show here from Budds Creek. We're in the middle of a pit, so I'm headed over to press day. These boys are going to be riding, everybody but Hayden Deegan. Hayden Deegan rode Unadilla. He asked for to ride there. The rest of the team was on the schedule for here. You can't ride every press day, so Deegan, oh, he's still got fans around, but he will not be able to ride the track today. I would imagine he's ridden this track before, though. You know what? This is what we do on the Weege show. This is what we do. This is what we do. Watch this. A couple times. It's happened. It's happened. Have you ridden this track before?
Yeah, last year at amateur, getting my points.
Gotcha. All right, that's my facts. I got my facts. Right. You've ridden here before. So there we go. We report the news right here in the Weege show. So this track he has ridden before, so it's not as important for him to have raced or ridden press day here. And by the way, I like to remind everybody it's supposed to be for press purposes, not practice, but you can't stop racers from learning. You're not going to send them out there with super dark tinted lenses so they don't learn anything while they're out on the racetrack. But the other tracks, like last week, Hayden never ridden before. We'll see how that works out. And that's where I want to start, actually, with this edition of the Weege show, brought to you by the CRF250R, CRF450R. Makes winning look easy. I mean, it really has. I mean, it really has. I mean, Jet Lawrence is still undefeated. And we'll get to that in a bit, but I really think the intrigue is...
First time rider.
Another foreigner. What's the name here? Gabriel Andrigo.
Yes.
First national here.
Yes.
And what do you do in Brazil? Are you dominating?
No, I'm the top 5 on the 450 class.
Okay.
So I come to try here at Budds Creek. I rode here before, so...
You have ridden here before?
Yeah, I rode for Loretta's regionals.
Okay.
So,
oh, because I feel like I've heard your name. So you've raced Loretta's before?
Yeah.
Did you race this year?
None. Last year, no.
He went to Daytona last year in Minios.
Gotcha, okay. All right, so you've been in America, you've raced here before, but not one of these.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Just qualify, or you got a goal beyond that? Or?
I think I can qualify. If I finish top 20, I'm happy already.
Points, top 20. Gabriel Andrigo, what's the number?
110.
110 in the 450?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be watching.
See ya.
See if we get all the scoops here. 250 class is where the action is right now, but we're going to see what riders are in here we can talk to. I mean, this is all happening in one shot. Less editing for me, which makes it easier. Eli Tomek's replacement or no? Jay Wilson, everybody. You are not Eli's replacement. The first moto last week, you didn't even have a chance. Is that basically what happened there?
Yeah, I just was laying in the first corner.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now, my body has been sore this week. It's been tough trying to recover, but then also continue on with my job this week and continue our testing side of things. So it's been a difficult week for the body, but we're finally here at Budds Creek and excited to just try and loosen up a little bit.
Is the soreness from the first turn crash?
Yeah.
Not from the roost. Well, the roost is probably bad too, but...
Dude, I feel like I had a broken collarbone on
yes.
on Monday or
yes.
Sunday because of the roost, but yeah, just my lower half of the body, my hips and stuff are so beat up from the first turn crash. I think I had like, I don't know, probably felt like I had about 10 bikes run over me, but realistically, I looked at a photo, I had a Yamaha front tire just straight into my stomach, so yeah, I was a bit beat up from that.
You mentioned your real job. Yeah, that's the thing. The racing is just a fun thing, right? The real job is helping them test.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a pretty unique situation, I guess. Yeah. A lot of test guys, towards the end of their career, start that project, I guess, and that next chapter in their career is going into the testing. But for me, I'm still racing while testing, so this is quite kind of a unique situation to the testing world, that I get to actually test through the week, but then transition that into racing and see if the changes we are making are the right direction.
But it's a lot of the work you're doing actually for 250s.
Yeah, so I've done a little bit more 250 this week as well, but yeah, originally the first week before Unadilla, it was all 250. Yes. This week I've got to spend a little bit more time on the 450 and try to just find some other directions that these guys have wanted to go, but they just haven't had time. Yeah. You know, so it's been cool. I'm sort of putting my hand up in the air to test everything and anything at this point, and just trying to be as accommodating for these guys. Obviously it's summer break in Japan right now, so there's not a lot going on, so it works out well for me to be here.
And the whole story is you moved your whole family. You live in Japan. Yeah. You're not going back and forth.
No. So no Australia. We don't have anything back there now. You know, we go back and see family, and we crash on their spare rooms and lounges and stuff. So nothing in Australia. We're full-time Japan, and right now that's where our future lays, and I'm not sure when we'll be leaving there anytime soon.
We're here with, I'm going to try this. You ready? Harry Kullas. Harry And then Kullas?
Kullas.
Kullas. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Just take me through, I know you from racing GPs for a long time. What was it like to get those starts last week? Did you want to ease your way in, or you're like, no, we're going in the deep end, baby. We're going right to the front?
Yeah, once you come to when everything is new, you don't expect anything, you know.
Okay.
So, but I had good starts this year in Lommel. I had like 3 good starts. I was top 2, top 3.
Yeah.
So I've always started quite well. But yeah, I didn't expect anything yet. And
yes.
First race I was next to Adam, so like Rulo was there with factory, and I know like Adam is good starter, like, so what's gonna happen? So I didn't want to go inside of him if he's gonna block me. And
okay.
Then once I got the good jump in the first race, I'm like, oh, I can do good starts in America as well. And obviously had 2 great starts, which helped me obviously with the good results. And yeah, like I've been just telling, like I just want to enjoy the weekend, because the tracks were like, track is like amazing here. Okay. It's like kind of like the destinations, you know, like they prep the track well, they fix it, there is dirt, there's grip, there's like the takeoffs are nice, the jumps are bigger, and just like you can enjoy the track. So I was able to do that all weekend. Obviously I was nervous, especially before first race, but everything went well. So
how did the deal come about? Who helped you get this together and come race for these 3 rounds?
Yeah, so I tried to come like 5 years ago.
Okay.
We had the bike sorted, the flights, hotel, but then I broke my back and I couldn't practice in a week. I still raced in the weekends, but yeah, I couldn't practice in a week, so I thought, okay, I'm not coming. And the last couple of years I've had good situation in the British Championship for fighting for a title. Yeah. So we thought like, okay, we are not, I can't come, you know, I can't risk it. It's too much trouble and stuff. But this year we had 3 weekend cap, so I thought, okay, now it's time to do it, because it's been on my bucket list. I want to do like 1 or 2 rounds. Yeah. So we managed to, to plan everything, and then I have a friend, Luke from Canada.
I heard it. Your bike's from Canada, right?
Yes.
That's what I heard, yes.
So it was like one of his friends' bike. It was like a few hours old. Yeah. He had injury with himself, so the bike was just standing in the workshop. So I managed to borrow the bike. Just brought like a lot of parts over, and then just try to organize with everything, like what I need from America, what I need from England, from my practice bike. So we brought everything over, fixed everything Wednesday last week, did some practice riding, and then came to races. And so it's great that we didn't have any problems, because I really want to like finish every session, you know, like time practice, first race, second race, and we had like no problems last weekend, so that's a really good thing. I managed to ride like I can, and just enjoy the weekend, and 2 good stars. The results were great.
Does the bike go back to Canada when you're done? You just get rolled back into that shop.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
a couple more hours on it. That's all.
Yeah, because like I worked the hours on my practice bikes in England. Yeah. So obviously after Unadilla, we took the engine out from the frame. Monday morning they serviced the engine. Yep. So it should be good for this week and next week. Are you riding during the week when you're here? Yeah. Where's that? We did 2 days with Club MX boys. Oh, okay. And that was one of my hardest days on Tuesday, because it was so humid, so warm. We have had warm days back in Europe, but that was something next level. I would think. That was so bad. We did 20 minutes, and I was like the last 2 laps I was dying. But again, like I need just a couple sessions and days under my belt. So I went running. I did the training day on Tuesday. I felt better. Wednesday was easier. Obviously, it was not so hard. And today I feel like quite normal. So I think this weekend tomorrow should be okay. Like not too bad. Because this will be the hottest probably of the 3 you do. Yes. So you're ready now, or a little more ready. Well, better than Tuesday. Yeah. All right, we found Justin Cooper here. Have you been asked about the power steering once or twice today? Not too bad. Oh, okay. Not too bad. All right, so I'm gonna assume this. It felt great, you know, when you had practiced and tested on it coming into the race, right? Yeah, or else we wouldn't have showed up with it. Well, I only ask because people are like, why would you try it in a race? I'm like, I'm sure they had a reason. No, we didn't try. We felt really good during the week, and I think Unadilla is just one of those tracks, like, hey, you don't deal with those conditions very often, and it was tough. I mean, without a steering stabilizer, with a steering stabilizer, it was tough all around. Right. I just felt a little bit more comfortable without it. Yeah. And maybe that's something for the future, but it was that track was tricky. I think everyone saw it even on TV. It was even worse riding it. So we tried, but it didn't work out for that race, and had to go back for Moto2 and salvage a little bit. You did. Yeah, so there's certain conditions, you've ridden it during the week, where it's good. Yeah, it is. It's got some potential. It has a lot of potential. Yes.
You got 2 races to go here. Can you stop inventing ways to somehow ride really well and not win the overall? Can you just actually get one? I feel like you've, any way possible to get 2nd and 3rd, you've done it.
No, I have. I've lost by 1 point, 2 points, whatever.
Yes.
We gotta win. We can't be losing any points anymore.
Yeah.
It's do or die now. So we're gonna do our best to win this time, and if we don't, it won't be from a lack of effort.
I do remember in 21, your first moto here, I think.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Was that about as fast as you ever gone? I mean, didn't you even tip over and immediately pull back away?
Yeah, I tipped over the top of the hill and I heard no bikes, and I was like, whoa. I was stuck under my bike, got up quick, and from there I was really tired because I just put in all my sprint laps.
I see.
We were like 10 minutes, 15 minutes in, and I was like already breathing heavy. Yeah. And I was taking breaths, calming down, and I fell. And then I had to work hard again, so I was pretty gassed at the end of that moto. And yeah, the goal is to definitely do what we did in the second moto at Unadilla. Yeah. We got away, but slowly. We didn't sprint away. We got away slowly, and we managed to gap from there. So
is that a plan? Like, we don't need to gap early, just inch away?
Yeah, it's nice to get away early, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot. So
I see.
You don't want to spend yourself, especially in the first moto. So yeah, a good start definitely helps. Keeping the intensity high and yeah, pacing yourself.
So yeah, we're not trying to replicate here with the 5-second gap early. You want to do what you did last week.
Yeah, I think I had 10 seconds in like 3 laps.
Oh, it was insane.
It was insane.
It was insane.
But they they had prepped the dozer berms. They had a bunch of dozer berms, so I was just laying into them. And it was fun for sure, but I was definitely setting some hot times that I couldn't sustain.
I got you. Okay, a little behind. Now we learned the story behind the story. Yeah. All right, JCoop, no EPS, but maybe in the future. Maybe in the future, we'll see what turns out. That's the 250 class that I wanted to talk about. A very unique situation developing with a title. Caden Braswell, you have switched now. You're with the HPI. How long did you have to get on that bike and learn it before Unadilla?
3 days.
That's what I figured.
4 days, and we spent a couple of them on a 450. So
okay.
No, it was a true blessing to have them come in this far in the season and offer me something to ride and finish it out on. Otherwise, we wouldn't be racing. So very grateful for that opportunity and try to capitalize on it and make the most of it. Yeah,
it's got to be a big step this week, I would think, to have a race under your belt.
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Like some time before the race and in the press is going to help a little bit as well. Just the more time, the better, right? Build that confidence, and the bike's good, the platform's good. Have some fun with it.
And they sent you a bike down to where you live? How are you working on it?
We're all based out of the same place, so I moved back out of California down to like Central Florida area, and then
you're back home-ish.
Back home-ish, yeah. Okay. So just right back in the sand and humidity, loving it.
Couldn't have worked out better. So it was easy for them to get you a bike and stuff where you are.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. All right, it'll be better this week. Be better this week. That wasn't bad for 3 days. All right, thanks. That's Caden Braswell there. So let's talk about this 250 class. What's up, Tim? Good to see you. We're good to see you. Absolutely. Well organized. Yeah, it's Tim Cotter there, MX Sports. I'll get out of this tent where it's a little bit quieter. What's up? Read a story?
Yeah, meet Rita, and Rita wrote a book.
Oh, I saw Rita. I saw you getting autographs, but I only saw the book open.
Oh. Well,
so what do we have here, Rita?
It's a short story about how kids start off riding. You know, with the day Dad first brings home that little 50.
100%.
Yeah, whether it be new or used.
Yep.
But it's based on a story about riders, a young lady in Southern Maryland dirt riders.
Okay. Oh, a true story.
It's based on her.
Very good.
And what we're doing is gathering signatures, hopefully of everybody we can, to try to auction off to raise funds for our privateer fund.
Yes, because you always do the giveaway, the privateer money. Good job, Tim, on the podium, right?
Yes. We give Southern Maryland Dirt Rider gives $1,000 for a 250 privateer and a 450 privateer. And we've been doing it, I think I gathered up, it was like $35,000 so far that we've given away.
$35,000?
Yeah.
How can people donate, bid for the book or whatnot to raise some of those funds?
I would so greatly appreciate it. I have the SFDR, the small tent underneath the tree.
Yep. Okay. So if you're here, underneath the tree.
Well, it looks like you're done.
Well, they're going out on the track.
So maybe Jason should sign the book.
Oh, that's what. Well, I saw Tim's autograph in there. Now look, you're going to do better. As I always say when I do this, you're going to find a better one than me.
Please, Mark. Racer X beside it, please.
No problem.
When people go, you know, they know what.
Look at that. Now they really really know.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, well, good luck with that. Southern Maryland Dirt Riders. I've ridden with some of you folks back when we were here at Langston. We used to trail ride with you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you
That's
so
great. Kids and Bikes, if you look at the tent at the track, and then that money goes straight to privateers, bid on the book with the autographs, and we got a bunch of them because they got them here at press day. Now, finally, to talk about this 250 class, here's what intrigues me. If you look, every single rider now in this class is going to give a big bunch of what ifs, like Justin Cooper back there is going to talk about, I lost 2 motos at High Point. Well, Hunter Lawrence is going to counter with, I lost 2 motos, Redbud, Southwick. Hayden Deegan had the bike problem last week, and then that led to a bad second moto with a bad gate pick. Hunter, to be honest, had the same thing happen at Southwick. You can almost say 2.5 motos went bad for him. And also both Hunter and Justin Cooper had points penalties for jumping on red lights during the year. You can play that what-if game. Now, if you were to say that in the other motos that Justin Cooper and Hunter Lawrence raced, that Hunter's only been 22 points better, I would be surprised. I feel like he should have a bigger lead over Justin Cooper, considering they both have 2 mulligans, 2 moto mulligans. 22 points is still a manageable enough gap, especially with how deep this field is. Like I said, yes, right on. Like I said to Justin Cooper there, he's got to get wins. That's really what it comes down to, and that's been the story his whole career of the 250 class. He's always this close to the 1 day or the 2 day. But I believe he only has 4 overalls in his career, and something like, I'm not joking, 45 podiums. So he's got to win first. But if he does that, and a couple guys get in between, which in this class is not inconceivable, you could have a 15-point gap, a 12-point gap going into the finale, and that's a real championship fight at that point. I'm just surprised when I look at the numbers, considering if you just strike that they both missed 2 motos, in all the other motos they did together, Hunter has built up a sizable gap of 22, but not as much as I would think. And beyond that, the Deegan factor is still there, because here's what I wanted to see bad, that late in that second moto. It's what every sports fan wants to see. 2 teams or 2 athletes who are at their peak, at their prime, and believe in themselves and let's go at the highest level. And I think that's what we had brewing in that first moto at Unadilla, because Deegan was riding the confidence high of that great Washougal ride. And where did he do the majority of his damage, right? The last 5 minutes of that moto. You know, when he had Hunter in sight in that first moto, he's thinking, I'm gonna Washougal this one again, and this time I'm gonna pass this dude. Whether he could have or would have, we'll never know, but he certainly thought he could. But if you're Hunter Lawrence, you're gonna say, I've had these dudes covered all year, I've had it under control all year, this was no threat, I had it under control. I just like the fact when you get a sport, any sport at the highest level, where you have 2 people who believe I will not lose, going head to head. That makes it so fun to watch. So it's a bummer we didn't get it there, but I mean, Deegan's still alive, title fight, 36 some points. That's pretty far out of reach, but I'm sure he's gonna wanna come out here and get moto wins, even if it doesn't result in a title, just to show everybody what he's capable of, because I think he's still riding that confidence high from Washougal. And if you're Hunter Lawrence, you wanna shrug that off and say, no. Look, I had a couple off weeks, that was it. Washougal wasn't great, he tipped over while he was trying to pass Deegan. That's what I mean. Everyone in this class has their reasons to think it should have been me, it could have been me, it would be me. And that's what leads to some great racing. Hunter Lawrence has been the best guy, the 22-point lead, even with the 2 motos missed, the penalty, the bad gate pick at Southwick. It's inarguable. But I just like the way that class has transpired, where everyone probably goes to the gate still thinking, oh, I'm gonna get this one. As for the 450 class, I think we all know the score there. It's 0 wins for anyone outside of Jet Lawrence. And I like the way that's shaped up too, because I was there for the Perfect Seasons, probably in the announcer's tower and on the podium most of the time, announcing for the live crew. Speaking of that, Megawatt just kicked in. I was there for the Carmichael and Stu Perfect Seasons. There was not a lot of drama there. And there's not like there's been drama down to the last lap battles for Jet, but Chase Sexton has been close at times, and Dylan Ferrand is definitely better at Unadilla than he was at any other race this year. So at least there's a threat. At least it's not 45-second leads the whole time. Now this leads to the whole conversation of Jet doesn't try to win races by 45 seconds. So how much is it that, or how much is these guys are close enough where it's within the margin of error, where if he makes a mistake or has an off day or something, that they can get it. There's at least a thought. And that's really the theme of this show. I have 0 predictions as for Deegan versus Hunter versus Cooper versus anyone else in the 250s. or the perfect season. If you ask me to predict, I'm going to say Jet's going to do it. Why would I go against the 100% record that he's got so far? But I am saying that even with a title wrapped up, even with Hunter opening up a points lead, I still think we have the potential for some really dynamic, not mailing it in, guys really trying, guys really believing it's them. I mean, there is no way Chase Sexton wants to go down like this. A, because it's embarrassing for a rider at his level, and B, he knows the future. He's going to be battling Jet for a long time. To get shut out in your first championship together, he knows the long-term ramifications, even in the confidence, mental game, and all that. That hurts. So he is super motivated. You know it. Ferrand is super motivated. You know it. I already ran this class. So I am really excited about what we have coming for this weekend. To show the upgrades, how about this? Congrats to you, Ezra Beasley, the son of former track owner Jonathan Beasley, bought the track from Dad. Normally we joke that this pond looks not great on Friday, and then Saturday morning you show up and it looks gorgeous. Whatever they throw into this pond, they did it on Friday. It's looking good. And there's been rave reviews about what Ezra Beasley has done to his family's racetrack the last couple of years. So we're underway at press day. I want to thank Honda for backing our show and for finding the change to continue the sponsorship when you consider how much money they've been doling out in championship and win bonuses this year. I mean, when you go to the back half of Supercross, when Sexton really started to roll, then Tomac went out, and then he won all the races toward the end. I mean, what did Sexton do? Did he win like 5 out of the last 7 or something like that? And then the Lawrence brothers winning nearly every 250 race in Supercross, then combining to win nearly every race in motocross this summer, and now a title bonus for both Chase and Jet. Honda's spending a lot of money on bonuses, and I think everybody knows this, but for a title you're talking around $1 million. I think a little over $1 million in Supercross. For race wins you're talking over 100 grand. Honda's spending some money, bros, and that's probably the nicest problem to have in racing. I'm just talking so we can get another bike in this shop. That's how we do. Rod Bell! Rod Bell! Rod Bell because he knows his track. The local. There's Mark Finnis making his debut as a pro today. Yenser and Drake on the Suzuki. There's Mark Banks. There's Cody Groves. Yeah, Groves! Really wanted to get interviewed for TV. And Casey Crawford making his pro debut as well. It's been a long week show. Big file size today. Yeah, Phil! And there's our man Harry Kullas going by. This is too fun. Why stop shooting? All right, big time scoop here before we wrap it up. The original couch burners of Unadilla. Where's your hat, bro?
I took it out of the RV because I was going to Sturgis.
Okay, okay.
I missed Unadilla, first time in
unbelievable
45 years. And
unreal.
This was a spur of the moment thing. Come to Budds Creek on the way back.
Yep.
And I'm just.
You said to yourself, I cannot not go to a race. I have to go.
Mistake was taking that hat out of the RV.
Oh, because you would have had it. You just forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, you were like, I'm going to Sturgis. I'm not going to a motocross race.
Yeah.
And the RV is here without the hat. All right, 45-year streak broken. No Unadilla.
Yeah, well.
Sturgis. You can have it, I guess. Next year?
No, it was the Harley guys. They don't know what the hat means. You
No,
know?
it wouldn't have made sense. But next year, can we get the hat back at Unadilla?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
I'm the president.